Hey guys, welcome back to the After Hours. I'm the HL Beast, and today we're going to talk about the perfect trader. Now, one of the things you have to know to be a perfect trader, it's not chasing profits. It's not chasing any type of outcome. If you ever focus on the outcome, you are wrong. Being a perfect trader is about behavior, not profit. The market is an imperfect structure, and the only way you can find some realm of control is by creating a trading system. Now, a trading system is just a structure of rules that you personally commit to following. Without that personal commitment, you didn't even start trading yet. If anything, you're gambling. Another part of your trading system will be your risk management. Now, with risk management and strategies around it, this one makes sure that you don't lose everything all at once. If we had to define what is the perfect trader, it's pretty much a person that constantly improves on their mistakes. It's a person that follows a specific strategy, that reveals mistakes because it's repeated. And then third, it's a person that fully understands what's in their realm of control inside of their trading. Now, when we think about what is actually in our realm of control, let's list them. Your attendance, your risk management, your discipline to your own rules, your pattern recognition, which also ties into your decisiveness or courage when it comes to seeing a clear setup. Are you going to be firm and quick with your decision? If you're not quick enough, you're either going to miss the timing or you'll let anxiety slip in, and then that will cloud your mind. Now let's look at the things you can't control. You can't control the price action of the stock. You can't control the size of your win, if it's a win or a loss. And don't even get me started on whether you can control whether the market is slow or if it's dead. Just because these are out of your control doesn't mean that you can't manage them properly. Now, what's most important is to have healthy habits, especially healthy reactions with the things that you can't control. If you can't control the price action, or can't control how much the size of your win is, maybe you can create a target. I want to win a specific amount per day, whether it be a percentage or a dollar amount. There are times where you can make more, but instead of being mad at how much you could have made, instead just focus on your system, because that's the only realistic way to stay profitable as well as consistent. And that's what the true outcome of a perfect trader is supposed to be: consistently profitable. You have the wrong perspective if you are trying to be the perfect trader by aiming for a specific dollar amount or to win 100% of the time. That's what the people that were raised in the normal society's education system think. But we are not in a perfect structure like the educational system. We're not taking a test. Instead, we're trading in the market, something that's always changing. You're always dealing with an imperfect structure because every human has cognitive weaknesses. Now, these weaknesses is something that you can pry on, especially fear. It is anxiety that you are not enough. And the only process that will make you have enough courage as well as confidence to be able to consistently profit is to have a strict system that you can control. But when we focus on things outside of the control, another step we could take towards securing our winners are larger than our losses is to have healthy reactions pre-planned. Now, one of those pre-planned reactions could be letting your winners run and cutting your losses early, because in trading, luck and timing are very important, and they can be on your side with the correct risk management strategy. If a trade fits your setup, you have to trade it. If you don't, you are directly telling yourself that you are not trustable. And if you do this too many times where you just skip a trade, you're going to not have the decisive commitment that you need to make the right trade timing. You need to stay in tune with what the market is offering. And to do that, you need to stay humble. With a healthy amount of fear, you will be motivated to backtest more, as well as tweak your strategy. Do not tweak your system, but you can tweak your strategy to match what the market is offering. We saw 3 opportunities this week to make money as a day trader. Let's get into it. If we look at IFW, this stock went from $2 all the way up to $17. But the real opportunity on this was when it went back up a second time to $11. Now, if we look at PXMD, this one went from $3 all the way up to $10, and it just continued to fade every day afterwards. Now, if we look at TPST, this is a stock that we saw 2 times in the last month. This week, it also came up after it respiked into the heavy resistance. Now, each one of these setups are a little bit different, but what you need to know is all of them are resistance plays. People were demotivated and the trend was downtrending, and you could have had a specific habit that lets you profit from that trend. as well as profit from volatility. We always remind you that stocks don't go straight up and they don't go straight down. But in the times where it looks like they do, there's always going to be a correction. And in this case, we saw parabolics go up 500%, 200%, even 4,000%. There was bound to be some type of correction. And that's what happened on these stocks. When we talked about perspective, the only right perspective is the one that deals with reality. And the reality is that everything's always changing. Because we know our outcome is always changing, we need our process to always be changing. If you want to be a perfect trader, you have to understand that a perfect trader is a fixed way of thinking. But if you want to be the ideal perfect trader, you have to understand that your thinking has to be dynamic. If you want that consistently profitable outcome, all you need is a plan. Most of your time and resources are spent on your preparation. That's your plan. Your plan is the major support. It should be what drives you emotionally as well as financially. To fully accept your plan, it means to say no to everything else. And that everything else is not just what's not in your control. Each time you have something that you're not prepared for, you usually have a rule for that. But there's times where the rules need to be broken. And because of that, doing this opens you up to two weaknesses: greed as well as fear. But those rules are there to keep the uncertain times, the uncontrolled times in check. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. If you like what you saw, hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.